Hello Gemini, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting August 21st, 2017. And a quick reminder for all of you Gemini people out there, remember that I know there's an eclipse this week, but I did cover it in the monthly astrology horoscope, so I'm not going to be rehashing that this week. If you want to check it out, just click on my screen name, below the video. It'll take you to the main channel page, and you can find it on the August 2017 astrology horoscopes. But I want to talk about energies of this week as they relate to this week and this week only, because I feel like that's, it's always good to slip in as much new information as possible. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what is going on with the astrology this week? Well, on Tuesday, we've got Mars, planet of action and energy, in your third house of communications, forming a very strong trine to Saturn, currently in your seventh house of partnerships, your closest one-on-one relationships. Remember, this is your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you spend all your closest one-on-one time with. And when we look at Mars and Saturn in a harmonious angle like this, the message, the theme of the week is getting rid of issues, roadblocks, and burdens that we've learned to live with. Okay? And in this case, it could be a communication block, possibly even proximity if we're in a long-distance relationship, or maybe we're distanced from a friend or a business partner. We're closing a gap between one of our closest one-on-one relationships, or one of the people we care about the most. This is like our tightest inner circle. Like, these are our people. And we're closing the gap with one of them this week. Mars trying to Saturn can actually bring up some old feels, whether they're unresolved or whether they're just sensitive, but I do think that at the end of the day, since everyone involved says, no, we do need to be closer, these are two people who would take two bullets for each other, coming together and willing to risk a little bit of emotional discomfort to do that too. So I think that it's going to be a wonderful week starting off. Later on in the week, we do have the Sun in Virgo in your fourth house of home and family, and Mercury coming into a lovely conjunction. And when we talk about a conjunction between the Sun and Mercury retrograde is bringing things back from the past. It's also causing a need for reorganization, and in this case it all relates to a sense of family. Now, whether this is at the home front, or this is on, like with you and your spouse and your kids, or this is related to your blood relatives, mother, father, brother, sister, that kind of thing. We're kind of actually smoothing over some kind of big, I guess you could say, cloud that's been hovering over this situation. Whether it's a financial issue, because of the Sun, or whether it's an emotional or communication issue with Mercury, whatever's going on here, we're kind of, we're clearing that cloud away, and once again, we are dealing with the burden we've learned to live with. And this week, I think that everyone's going to be, have sufficient enough of initiative to be able to take care of that. For your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Fire Dragon. And the Fire Dragon talks all about a need to pay attention to where there needs to be more dynamism, there needs to be a bit more activity, there needs to be a little bit more passion in what we are doing and everything about it. Whether it's passion for our art, passion for our, our friends, passion for our pastimes. The Fire Dragon is also talking about a need to pay attention to where artful people, or artful energies. When I say artful, I don't mean like snooty, hoity-toity. I mean like people who are, people who actually see the world differently, are in your closer circle. The Fire Dragon talks about changing things through inspiration. It talks about changing things through, actually mind-bending, heart-opening experiences and energy exchanges. And what's happening with the Fire Dragon is paying attention where have things come to a bit of a slog because we're not inspired anymore? Where have things become a bit slow? Where have things become a bit wash, rinse, and repeat? And with the Fire Dragon as your spiritual advice, it's also saying, okay, well, how do you spice things up? Where is that kick of, cayenne pepper, that you want to put into that relationship, whatever it is, or to that job or that creative project? Having the opportunity to be moved by something, I mean, we've all gone through our bouts of feeling depressed. I can't tell you how many times I've actually said, in my darker moments, I just want to be moved by something. And this is a week where you have a chance to get that going. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we have the Tower card reversed. And this could actually bring opportunity, but I'm definitely going to say you're going to be caught off guard. The Tower card reversed is often indicative of some kind of major upset or alteration at the workplace, but it's not happening to you, it's happening in front of you. So this could be a situation where we find out a coworker or maybe a boss quits or gets the sack, or this could be a situation where you know, there is an opportunity for a lot of you who are looking for a new job to maybe be recruited by somebody that you've known before who's looking to fill a gap that just showed up. We could benefit from this sudden, you know, cataclysm, whatever this is, but it's important not to leap into the fray with this. Remember, it's the way I look at the Tower card reverse, it's like, it's not a good example, it's kind of a scary example, but it's kind of like the difference between your house on fire or seeing the house down the street on fire. So this is the house down the street. Now, there is an opportunity, you know, yes, be helpful, be good, be kind, but also at the same time, don't turn it into your situation. Don't take the flame home with you. Let this all sort itself out, but this could actually be something that's an opportunity for the whole office, including yourself. For your communications with air when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And this could actually be something that, you know, in the spirit of, you know, trying to work on our closer relationships, work on getting closer to people, sometimes we gotta let some people go, okay? And the Seven of Pentacles reversed is saying this is you choosing to perhaps walk away from somebody that you know who is actually not just cramping your style, you know, but I think the company that we keep and the energy and the environment we keep around ourselves does manifest on its own, does change what is available to us. We've all known people in our lives who turn things down for us, or, you know, kind of repel things for us, and we don't ask them to and we don't want them to. And this week you may actually catch a friend or an acquaintance guilty of actually throwing their weight around where they don't belong. And you may actually have to say, you know, peace out to him or her, okay? I mean, that might be something that unfortunately has to happen. Okay, it definitely has to happen. Okay, for your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Two of Pentacles reversed. And again, it's talking about, alright, freeing up your own hands this week. Okay, where are you, Gemini, kind of having way too much on your plate at any given time? You know, the Two of Pentacles reversed can talk about being more choosy socially, or again with your energy, the time, energy, and resources that you invest in things, but also with the Two of Pentacles reversed, also paying attention to where, you know, are you juggling somebody for them, or is it for the, you know, or is it for the bond that you have? Sometimes we go out of our way to, you know, just keep somebody around for reasons. I don't know what those reasons are for you. And the Two of Pentacles reverse is kind of saying, okay, check your reasons really quick. And this could also have to do with other undertakings, you know, whether it's an expense, it's a bill, it's a contract, it's a membership, whatever this is. What are you doing? What are you keeping around just in case that you're never actually going to have a case for? And this week you're going to have to focus on learning to trim the fat around that one. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Ten of Pentacles upright. Beautiful card for love and romance, because it does indicate some kind of permanent, or at least very, very long term. I guess it doesn't have to be permanent, because if you want to walk away from it, you can. Like, you know, there's some kind of big boon coming to your relationship life, your family life this week. When I say it, it talks about opportunities of a practical nature. You know, whether this is a big financial windfall coming your way, or perhaps even to, you know, your partner. This could also be a wonderful week for a lot of you. Remember, we've got the Sun and Mercury conjunct, healing all kinds of clouds hanging over heads in the household. You know, for those of you who are looking for a new place to live with a partner, to close the gap between you and a partner, the Ten of Pentacles can also indicate that there is an opportunity for a lot of you Gemini people out there to kind of get a fuller house in a strange way. The Ten of Pentacles does talk about you and your partner both actually coming together with tribe in a way that actually brings the two of you closer together as well. It's almost like your BFF and your partner being BFFs means everyone's getting a lot closer. And it actually does bring the love between you and your partner, and the love between you and your friend even stronger. But what I'm also noticing with the Ten of Pentacles is that even you single Gemini people out there would do well to actually, again, circulate. This is one of the cards I always see when people start meeting people in crowds, and meeting people through familiar faces. So the luck is there this week. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.